Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kathy and today I'm going to go through the rest of my Jeffree Star haul. This is the part 2. We're going to go through the Supreme Gloss, the Velvet Trap lipstick, the Skin Frost I bought, and also I did pick up a mystery gift, so we're going to see what I got from that. So let's get started. First off, I wanted to go through the mystery gift that I had purchased. There was actually 2 of them. There was one that was going for $6 and there was one that was going for $12. I decided to go with the $6 one just because it was the cheaper option, and I've never gotten one before and I really just wanted to see what it came with. Just an FYI, $6 should come out to about 8 Canadian, and what I got was the Velour liquid lipstick in shade Celebrity Skin. These normally go for $18 US on the Jeffree Star website, which should work out to about 24-ish Canadian dollars. Let's give this one a swatch as well, just to see what it looks like. Here we go. This here is Celebrity Skin. This one really matches my skin tone. This is actually like almost a very true nude on me. I quite like it. I think with a little bit of like lip gloss, maybe a little bit of a nice lip liner around it would actually be phenomenal. It's not a color that I would actually pick up though, to be honest, had this not come with the mystery gift. Although I only spent $6 on it and getting a product that was worth $18, like that's not really a loss at all. I noticed also the smell on this one kind of changed. It almost smells like root beer. And I think that, I don't know, I really much prefer that. I really love root beer. So that's just my own personal preference. I did buy this mystery gift along with the mini bundle nude volume 2 set. And that's probably why they ended up putting this in it. Had I got it with my other haul, I actually think I would have gotten like a different color, but because I only got it with one other one, it was a nude set. They probably just thought, hey, this person likes nude, but what can you do? Next up, we have the Velvet Trap lipstick. These are supposed to look like bullets. In my opinion, it looks like something else completely, almost like a butt plug, but that's just probably because I'm a little bit immature. I did used to buy the lip ammunition back when Jeffree used to release them, but I believe they have been replaced with the Velvet Trap. Let's give this new formula a try. I did like the other one. The colors were nice, but in the end, like the product in the tube kind of really just like really dried up and it didn't go on as smooth anymore. It went on patchy, or sometimes it just didn't come off on my lips at all. So hopefully this new formula is a lot better. So let's give this one a swatch and we'll review it. So here is shade Androgyny in the Velvet Trap lipstick. It is extremely comfortable to wear. It went on super smooth. It just glided right on. I love the scent of it. It smells like creme brulee. Like if you've tried the Kat Von D lipsticks before, that's exactly the same scent. I quite love it. It doesn't linger as long. It's very pleasant. So if you're not a big fan of scents, even if it is like a nicer smell, it will like fade. It won't really linger at all. I absolutely love it. I think this is like an everyday color. I would just throw this on pretty much like any time where I just like gotta run out the door or something like that, where I don't want to put a lot of effort in. This color is just absolutely stunning and I really love it. So I would give this product probably a 10 out of 10 Kathys. I also want to mention that this product does retail for $18 US on the Jeffree Star website, which should come out to about 24 Canadian dollars as well. Next up, I wanted to cover my most hyped product that I had picked up from this haul. It is the Supreme Gloss. I've never tried this. Same with the Velvet Trap. I've never tried it before. The Velour liquid lipstick I have many of, so it's actually kind of cool to just get a new shade like the one that I had showed you at the beginning of the video. But these ones I was super hyped for, so I cannot wait to try these on for you guys. And yeah, and then we'll review each one as we go along. So first up, I wanted to do the shade Freak. Also, just an FYI, these Supreme Gloss do go for $20 US on the Jeffree Star site, which should come out to about 27 Canadian. This color here is supposed to be almost like the Weirdo shade from the Jeffree Star lineup, but with a small minor difference, having more of like a red glitter added to it. Hopefully that adds a little bit more dimension than just like a straight up black. I can't wait to try this one, so let's just give this one a shot. So this is Freak. To be completely honest with you, I am actually a little bit disappointed with this shade. I was super excited to get this. It's really hard to find like a lip gloss that's just this super pigmented, but that might actually be the problem just because of how dark black lipsticks usually are. So it's a little bit normal. I did find that I had to go back into the tube twice to get the color payoff. The first application was very patchy. It was very sheer. It just really wasn't what I expected it to be. The color itself, like you can see that there's a little bit of red in there. It's not completely black. That's okay. I did want it. That was why I got this shade in the first place. It's just that it didn't go on as nicely as I thought it would. I actually think it looks better on video than it does in real life. In real life, it actually looks very patchy, and I'm not a big fan of that. The scent also, I do not like in this one. It smells, it's like when you get like something that's unscented and it almost smells like a little bit of like a vinegar smell. I don't like that. It does fade, but I'm not a fan of it at all. So I think I would probably rate this one maybe like a 7 out of 10, just because the formula is actually very nice. Like, it feels good on the lips. It's not sticky at all, actually. It's a gloss that's not sticky, which is pretty rare. Usually most of the time I find lip glosses tend to be very sticky and everything just sticks to it. The other shade I got is called In a Dark Place, and this is what it looks like. It actually looks a little bit similar to Freak, a little bit more purple, but they're quite similar. But this one is supposed to look a little bit more purple. It's not supposed to just be straight up black. It is supposed to be more of like a very dark purple. So let's give this one a shot, because I was also very excited for this shade as well. So this here is In a Dark Place. So I also want to briefly mention about the applicator. So it's similar to like the doe foot, but it is a lot flatter. It's a little bit flatter. It also kind of dips in the middle right there. It does hold a lot of product that way, so I am a pretty big fan of the applicator. It's very easy to use. But back to the shade, this one is also just okay for me. It does bring a little bit of like Wednesday Adam vibes, which I really like dig. Unfortunately though, again, because of how dark this lipstick is, I did have to go back into the tube twice. The first application was the same thing as like the first shade that I had tried on. It was very patchy. It was very sheer again. So unless you're looking for like, you know, like more of like a sheer look, I think this will be perfect for it. But I kind of just want things to just go on like dark. So it does take 2 applications to get the color that you would want. Again, the scent, same thing as the first one. I'm not a big fan of it. This, again, also gets 7 out of 10 Cathys. Before we try on the next shade, I also just want to mention, after you put on these lip glosses, FYI, you might want to check in the mirror on your teeth to see if there's any of the colors that rubbed off on it. I did notice that there was like some black between my teeth as I was removing the last color there. So just a heads up, you might want to keep a lookout for that. You don't want to go out on a date or something like that. You're smiling and there's lipstick on your teeth. So next color here we have is Dominatrix. I was also really excited for this color. This is actually one of the original like Jeffree Star like nude colors that he had come out with. It's extremely dark. I love it. I just never really got my hands on this color because like I've always been going for like the reds, the purples, and just the blacks. So this one kind of just fell in like the back burner, but now I finally got the chance to try it. This color also got me to buy the mini bundle volume 2 nude set. It was awesome in the velour liquid lipstick form. I'm excited to try the Supreme Gloss form. Let's dig in. So this here is Dominatrix, and I think it is absolutely stunning. I love it. I think the shade is absolutely gorgeous, especially in gloss form where like my lips won't dry up. We have extremely dry winters here in Canada. And the scent, I also noticed, is also a little bit different on this one. It's actually a lot more pleasant. I like that. I think that's a huge improvement from like the shade here. This one is kind of similar, but I feel like there's a little bit of vanilla added to the product, whereas like this was just straight up unscented, and I'm not a big fan of that. I would give this probably a 10 out of 10 Cathy's. And also another thing worth mentioning, this only took one application. I only went into the tube just the one time, and that was it. And the color payoff is just intense. Like, and this is a dark color too, so maybe the formula was improved. I have no idea. I can only guess. I also love swatching these lip glosses over like the liquid lipsticks. These are just so much more easier to apply and take off. My lips are not as angry as they are with like liquid lipsticks. That is a little bit more stubborn. Like they are supposed to stay. Like you are supposed to use like an oil remover, but it's like your lips still get pretty angry and it starts to turn really red. This is actually a lot more pleasant than from my last video. So the next shade is something I absolutely adore. It's a shade that I have bought in the liquid lipstick form. I've bought in the lip ammunition form. So why not the Supreme Gloss form now? It is one of my favorite shades. It is called Unicorn Blood. It is like a dark red with like a brown undertone to it. So it looks almost like, you know, like a little bit of like dried up blood. I absolutely love it. It is a very gorgeous color, so I cannot wait to dip into this one and see what it looks like in gloss form. So this is Unicorn Blood. I'm not disappointed at all. It is exactly what I thought it would be. My favorite color, but in a gloss form. This one I also would like to mention smells completely different from the other three that I have swatched. This one actually smells like Starburst. Like probably the red one, like the strawberry Starburst. I think it smells amazing. I think Jeffree should actually keep the scent in all of his glosses, not the silly thing. But this is amazing. Again, one application, the color payoff is just phenomenal. It is super pigmented. It's not patchy at all. And again, none of the glosses are sticky. It is super smooth. It's super comfy to wear. And I might be a little bit biased, but maybe this gets 11 out of 10 Cathy's just because of how much I adore this shade. So last product that I got from my Jeffree Star haul is the Skin Frost. This is a highlighter. When I first opened this, I thought, oh my god, like how big is this highlighter? Is it just the container that's just big and there's not a whole lot inside? But no, when I opened it, it is actually, there's a lot of product. And I got this for $12 US. I was actually quite blown away. I also got the shade Sarcophagus. I love the naming that Jeffree comes up with, by the way, like for all of his product. I think they sound really cool, very alternative, very gothy, very emo. So I also would like to mention that this is like the first highlighting powder I actually got, like one that's actually this sparkly. Usually for highlighting, I just use the Shade and Light contour palette from Kat Von D. That's as far as my highlighting goes. I've never really used something like this. To me, this is kind of like out there. But I really, I did try it as like, you know, like as part of like my eye, not the one I'm wearing today, but I have tried it on like previous like eye makeup looks, and I think it looks really good that way as well. So these retail for $29 US on the Jeffree Star website. That works out to be about 39 Canadian. So this is a bit of like a hefty price on it. But for that price, you do get a lot of product. Again, though, I got this on sale for just $12, and that's a win. So I'll swatch a little bit of it for you guys on my face here, and then we'll see how it looks like. And just look at that, like, oh my god, like I'll be shining from space. Like, the light that comes off of this is just so intense. I think it's gorgeous. I really love this shade as well. I think it complements my skin tone really well. I would definitely be using this for a lot of things, like, you know, like either just like highlighting or use it as part of like my makeup looks. I think it is absolutely stunning. I know I don't have a lot to like work with since I don't try any other highlighting powders, but I would probably give this a 10 out of 10 Kathy's. Just because of how comfortable it is to wear. Like, I noticed too, like when like I would go into the product, it is very soft. It's like a very silky formula. It glides right on. You can use a brush, or just kind of, if you want more color payoff, literally just dip in it with your fingers and just go right onto your face with it. I think it looks amazing. I can see why a lot of people love this product, because honestly, I'm a fan right now. So that concludes my Jeffree Star haul. Those were all the products I bought. Overall, I was not disappointed at all. I know there were like, I got like the mini bundle from the last set. There were colors in there that I didn't like, but that's what happens when you buy a whole set. You're just trying a little bit of everything. Same thing with like the gloss. I absolutely love these. Yeah, sure, I didn't like this one just like as much, but like this one, oh, like it was well worth it. I love that I finally caved and I got the Skin Frost. I think that's amazing. The Velvet Trap, I highly recommend, even though the container looks a little bit funky. There's a reason why I really love these products. I always fall back to it. It's kind of like almost my go-to, to be completely honest. Even though I'm not a fan of the person, I am a huge fan of his products. I think they are extremely high quality. They are very comfortable to wear, and you know, like, they're almost made for like literally any personalities out there, any type of skin tones. They're amazing. The only products I actually have not tried yet is the skincare products. I've been really curious. I haven't bought any yet myself, but I know a lot of people out there really like it as well. So if there's any product that you guys think I should try, definitely leave it in the comments below, and I'll definitely take a look into it, and then hopefully I get to try these one day. Anyways guys, don't forget to click like and subscribe, and stay shiny.